my channel. As you guys can see by title, today I'm going to be doing this Q&A. I asked you guys to send me questions here on YouTube, so don't forget to subscribe because you can also hit that notification button and get notified so you know when to submit questions. And also follow me on my social media because I ask on Instagram and you guys can submit your questions that way too. So yeah, let's get started. I'm trying to... Ooh. I accidentally ran over my... Okay, whatever. Let's go on YouTube first. So first of all, to everyone who sent get well wishes on YouTube, thank you so much. My family and I are doing great. We're fine. We recovered from COVID. It's been like 2 weeks. Thank you so much for caring. So the first person asked, where are you and your family members? And I guess you meant where, like, are we from? So I was born here in the United States. You guys don't know Texas. I don't know if I have an accent. Probably to like Northerners I do, but everyone else I don't. My parents are from Mexico, so that's why I know Spanish, and I visited Mexico several times. So I am what they call Mexican American or Chicana, whatever you want to call it. And I like it because I get to experience two different cultures that are completely different. The next question asks, how are you keeping yourself occupied during quarantine? I don't know if you remember me, but I've been watching your videos for years. And you'd always say hi to me in your lives. So hey Joycey, I do remember you. I know you've been watching me for years. I remember when I used to do my lives, my intention was to try to do lives again. I might try to bring them back in like February or March. But yes, I do remember you. Thank you so much for all your support. And as for what I did during quarantine, I mainly just kind of watched shows. I binge shows. If you guys don't know, kind of when you get COVID, you get tired really easily, or you get shortness of breath, and I think that's what causes like you to get tired. So that would happen with me. Like I remember uploading a video on Snapchat where I would sound like I wasn't wheezing my words out, but I would just get tired sometimes from like saying long sentences, and even just sometimes walking to my kitchen, I felt like I needed to take a deep breath and go like, you know. So I just kind of binge shows, and I started watching The Vampire Diaries again, got halfway through it, and then kind of got tired of it and was like, you know what, let's start a different show. So that's what I did during quarantine. Luckily, my whole family and I were quarantined together, so it's not like I needed to be separated from them or anything. I was still able to go, you know, hang out with my parents during Christmas and New Year's. Next person asks, I have a question. How and why did you start becoming I think you mean YouTuber, and get well soon as well as your family? Thank you so much. So I started YouTube originally. You guys probably don't know this. I keep it a secret. I started making Club Penguin music videos, which basically were music videos where you get your penguin like saying the words to the song, you know, with the chat thing that would pop up. That's how I learned how to edit, because I just had a passion to want to learn how to do that. Eventually I learned how to edit, I got more into YouTube, and I convinced my parents to let me start a YouTube channel, which I can do an updated video on that if you guys want, because social media has changed so much since 2015 that I uploaded that video, and it has benefited me career-wise. So if you guys want me to do that, then I can give you topics. Although I can't guarantee that your parents will let you start a YouTube channel. And I also started it because I still kind of want to do this, but so I wanted really to get into acting. If you guys didn't know, I had an agent back then. I got dropped because I just wasn't taking any more classes because I wasn't seeing any auditions coming in. They do say it's a lot more spending than what you get back, but there was so much spending. Like I'm gonna tell you guys because it's really expensive. I spent $600 on headshots for my former agent to not even pick from them. It was money basically gone down the drain. And when I was dropped, my agent just, I'm not even gonna lie, most of it was just made up, because I would set my life on hold to go to these auditions because they were rare. So I definitely wanted to always take them. But we're not really gonna get too much into that. That's just, yeah, I can get into that later on if you guys want to know. I don't know much about that industry because there was no one that really educated me in it. So yeah. Okay, I'm refilming this next question because I feel like I went off too much and I don't want to give too much detail, but here we go. So this next question says, I remember in the last Q&A you mentioned you never had a boyfriend. Has that changed yet? Yes, it has. Okay, starting off in 2020, I started off with a boyfriend. I'm single now, and I can honestly say I feel like I learned a lot from that relationship, where I'm like, you know, talking to you guys, dating you guys, and being like, okay, I know how to like cut that list down because from what I see and what I experienced. I think it took me a while to realize that I think it was for the best that this breakup happened. In the long run, I don't think I would have been happy in that relationship, if I'm being honest with you, because there's a lot of things I tolerated that I shouldn't have had tolerated. The first question from Instagram is, what's your favorite snack? PS, love you. Love you too. My favorite snack kind of changes all the time, so I really can't claim one snack to be my favorite. They just change a lot. So that's all I really gotta say from that. But boop. The next question from the same person is, do you have beef with other influencers? Have I had beef before? Yes. it's because I've dealt with people who are immature and thought they were in charge of everyone and everyone's boss. I had someone trying to sue me eventually because they were in the wrong and trying to cover up their tracks. And I just don't like drama, and I don't want drama out there in public. And so I just try to refrain from that drama and try to keep it private between her and I and like someone else who like was close to us. And she was trying to make it public to get me to like, you know, just shut up of something that was true. Well, it turns out a year later, karma hit her back. Literally, I don't even think it was a year later. It was literally like months later. It slapped her in the face. She disappeared. Like, she disappeared from the influencer area here in Dallas because it was just a huge like little scandal between a lot of like local influencers. So yeah. The next question is your favorite pair of shoes. Let me go find them. Okay, you guys see this bag right here, right? It has snake skin. Okay, this is the reason I got these shoes, and I just love them, and someone always has to tell me how cute they are. So it is these shoes right here. These are from Steve Madden. I got these last year, not last year, like 2 years ago. Well, technically it was a year ago, but it was in 2019. So they're pink snakeskin boots with buckles on them. Super cute. They're not uncomfortable whatsoever. I love them so much. Like I said, everyone always compliments me. People I don't even know sometimes. I'll just be out in public and they're like, oh my gosh, I love your shoes. So those are my favorite shoes. I try not to wear them as much because those were a struggle to find, and so I don't, you know, want to ruin them. Next question is, your skin is so clear. Do you do skincare? If so, what products do you use? Girl, I don't actually like have clear skin. This is all makeup and I just know how to cover it up. I covered this before. I use that Theovital thing, and that just helps like cleanse your face, clean it up. Especially if you have any leftover makeup, it'll pick it up. And then I use a Proactive toner. I don't know exactly what it does, but it helps. And then if you have dark spots, I use this Murad thing, and that helped clear up a lot of dark spots for me. I haven't bought it again, but I probably should. Next question is, what hair products do you use? So I use a Tresemme shampoo. I'm posting pictures because I just don't want to get up and get them because, like I said, I've been working for 10-11 hours, so bear with me. And then I use the Pantene conditioner, and then I use this hair mask from L'Oreal every single day to keep it like, you know, shiny and soft. The next question is, what is your dream vacation? So I feel like if I could go anywhere, it'd probably be somewhere in Europe and like travel Europe. But at the same time, I've always just wanted to go to LA because I've mainly just stayed in Texas. I've gone to some other states sometimes, but that's it. Not really like explore. And so I really want to go to LA and just go to Disney World and stuff. I want to be a kid at Disney World. What is the biggest thing you have accomplished last year? So I'm very much an academic person, and I think the biggest thing I accomplished was something I didn't even expect to do and didn't even have in mind to do, and that was have 2 internships, but also gain a whole year of experience through those internships. So I got my first internship. I got it in December 2019, but I started working January 2020. I was there until May 2020, and then I got another internship that honestly I love so much. I'm still there, and that's what I do after my student teaching internship. I work like 2 hours, 2.5 hours each day, so it's nice. I just wish I could stay there the entire time, but I can't. So that was my biggest like accomplishment in my opinion, just because I didn't expect that. The next question is, what expectations do you have for this 2021? I don't really like setting expectations, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd rather be surprised from what I end up doing. Which I know everyone says set goals, and I should probably set goals, but I just don't do it. I think the only expectation that I have is graduate college and just be over with that and get a job and make money. The next question is, what do you see, I think you meant where do you see yourself in 5 years? I changed my opinion on a lot of what I want to do. I have a general idea. If not, I would love to be working social media full time. That is my extreme goal. I think first year is to just mainly to focus on my social media. So I want to do that and just try to build it up. So thank you guys all for that support. But if not, at that point, I would like to be making a certain amount of money where I could like invest it and not really have to work a 9 to 5 anymore. That is kind of my goal, is to not really be working a 9 to 5 always, but still make good money from it, you know? Hi Dylan, you asked the question. So he asked, what is the hardest part about dealing with COVID? I think for me, I didn't get like super strong symptoms. I got headaches, and then I got a slight cough, and then my nose would get stuffed, but there was like not runny nose, like there was no snot coming out of it, it was just stuffed. I kept having a cough and shortness of breath, feeling tired. I think the hardest part was seeing how it affected my parents, because we all started off normal, and I was the last person in my family to get it, but we all started off normal, and then eventually it hit my parents pretty hard, but it hit my dad even harder. And I would tell him this because he looked super bad, like bad. he wasn't doing the same as we all did. Like, I recovered quickly compared to everyone else in my family. And I remember seeing him, and in 4 days seeing like he aged 10 years. But now that I think about it more, it's more like he aged 20 years in those 4 days. My dad is a super bubbly person, has jokes all the time, every single time, and he was not like that. And it was like I was seeing like an elderly person. Like if I were to see my grandma or grandpa, that is kind of what I saw him like, and I was just shocked, and I couldn't believe he went like that from that in 4 days. Thankfully he got better, and now he's like definitely back to normal, not 100%, but you know. The next question is, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I would like to be married and at least have 1 kid at like 30. Again, I wouldn't like to be working a 9 to 5. Even if I have a kid, I would like to work from home. Like find a way to work from home, because I want to take care of my kid, and my husband can like work his 9 to 5 if he wants to or whatever he does. But I want to be able to take care of my kid, like be a stay-at-home mom, but work from home. I don't think I could be like a stay-at-home mom and not do anything aside from chores, you know what I mean? But like I need something to do. The next question is, what is your aim for 2021? I think it's just like be happy, do me, not let some random dude like bring me down. Really, because that affected a lot. Not let what people say about me or tell me that is whatever, you know, has to do with them affect me. And so that's really just my goal. How tall are you? I am 4'11". I can post this picture right here from the Dallas Cowboys mascot and I. Look how short I am. Like, oof. The next question is, what is the most hard thing when you do YouTube? Love your videos. Okay, I love editing, but here is the thing, and even videos like this, it is a struggle for me to want to edit videos like this because they're not creative. I love it when videos are creative, but I also just don't have the time right now to do that. Maybe for my room tour I will, like the intro. Love that. Sit there, get so excited, love it. But I think the hardest part is just editing, because that's what takes the longest. Last question is your age. So I am 21, but actually in 2 weeks I will be 22. I'm feeling 20. Sorry, I don't want to be copyrighted. But yeah. Alright, so those are all the questions for this video. If you guys want to participate in another Q&A, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification button so you guys can get notified whenever I make that announcement. Or follow me on my social media, because sometimes I ask on there and you guys can leave your questions on there. I really appreciate you guys so much for all the support you have given me. I do plan on being here like for the majority part of this year, not like disappear as I used to. As you guys know, I'm almost done with college, but I am working 2 internships right now, so just bear with me, at least 1 video per week. Then I will try to do 2 eventually, but right now it's just 1. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.